I'm a go-getter, it's in my bloodline, you should know better. You been hustling a pussy, boy, don't stress it. I could go get her in one track just to show levels. New drip with some old leather. Look how I do it, effortless when I'm moving, yeah. Look how I do it, effortless when I'm moving, yeah.
What's up, guys? This is your boy Brainiac coming back to the channel. So, I know it's been a long time and I know I've been slacking on content, but seriously, the people around me have truly been inspiring me to go back and start editing, start making videos, start doing crazy stuff. Because in the past couple months, you guys seen a little bit here and there what I've been doing. Nothing crazy, nothing major. But I want to step you guys into my life and show you what I have accomplished in 2.5 years coming out from high school, graduating till now. Now, I'm just going to take you guys into a little bit of a timeline so that I can talk to you guys and tell you what I've been doing. So, it's been about 2.5 years. And 2 years I've been going to college. Now, due to Corona, I took I can consider a year off. Just for the simple fact, they go online, offline, online. I can't be doing that. But in the matter of that time, me and my partner met each other probably about 1.5 years ago. And we created what is known as HAZLETINTS and Visionary Detailing. So we do all full vinyl wraps, tint work, powder coating, detailing. If you guys ever want to look us up, down below is going to be the link for our Facebook and our Google page. You guys can feel free to call me anytime you want. If you're a subscriber, I'll give you guys like 20% off a job, which is pretty freaking sweet if you're a subscriber, you know? Just somebody that I never met and somebody that will come long distance to me. But truly what I want to talk about the most is this whole channel revolves around the Mazda, the white Mazda, the original OG of the channel. And the original OG of the channel is my pride and joy, my baby, you know, my first car. And it is fully built and turboed now, and it needs a transmission because the first week I got it back, I blew the transmission right out of it. So now we got to build a transmission. But she's still here. She is not going anywhere. But throughout that time, I actually bought a Veloster, which you guys seen a video on that. I own a Veloster, and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. There's so many videos I could have made, but I didn't. But I'm happy I didn't because I learned along the way. So step 2, or round 2 as you call it, I'm ready to rock and roll and show you guys everything I got. But you guys know the white car that I wrapped gold. That was my first time wrapping a car, and I never made any content on it. It was a really shitty right here. Anyway, round 2, like I was saying, I bought a Speed 3 a couple months back, and now I have 2 Mazda hatches. But as you guys know, the Speed 3 comes with 263 horsepower, it's 6-speed, it's turbocharged, and 20 days later I blew it up after buying it. So God was just telling me that I needed to learn how to put a motor in. And luckily I met one of my good buddies, Jason, that my partner Vinny introduced me to, and he showed me how to put an engine in, take an engine out, do everything to it. I learned a lot of stuff, guys, and I hope to do that again because I have to take it out again to do the timing chain, which sucks. I should have did it in the beginning, but I put a catless downpipe, and truly this video is going to be a Cobb intake install, and I just want to show you guys what I did to my Speed 3 in a matter of, it sat for about 4 months, so I only got to drive it for 20 days and sat about 4 months. I saved all that cash up, and when I got my motor in, I actually took a loan out for the motor, got the motor in, put the motor in, downpipe, wheels, exhaust, everything one shot, and I even wrapped it. So I want to show you guys how sick, and I'll show you a before picture, guys, and I'm going to talk about this in another video. But anyway, let's start this video. If you have any questions for me, what's been going on and where I've been and how my life is, hit me up on Facebook. Call my phone number if you want to talk to me. I really don't care. I'm a person that likes to connect with other people. So you guys calling me, talking to me about my car, that made my day. And I'm actually going to show you the car that we're going to install in the intake. And I'll show you a few other things under the hood of the white car, because I never really showed you what I did to it. And I want to show you my turbo setup. It's not as clean as I want it to be right now, but I'm putting the money into the Speed just because the Speed is pretty much my show car at this point. The white car is still on bags and everything like that, but the white car is going to have its glory soon. I am going to be wrapping it, so that is going to be a video. But for right now, me and my partner are building our company, and we're ready to rock and roll. We got a huge head start on us, so if you guys need any tint work, detailing, wrapping, hit me up. So let's get this intake installed on the Speed 3, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. So please like, subscribe, and comment, because I've been out of the game for a little while. So let's get back into it, guys. Alrighty, guys, so I also want to talk about this before I go to grab the car and pull it in. But every video I have ever created was actually in this very spot, and I want to give you a little bit of a tour. It might not be much to somebody, and it might not be big to somebody, but it's good for what I need, and it's good to have just in general, and it came a long way, guys. So I just want to show you a before compared to now. Just because of how far it came in. It's not finished yet, but it's just set up for a tint. It's just set up for wrapping it, and it's set up for detailing. So I just want to show you guys what I'm standing in right now. It's the same garage that you watch every single video, even videos that hit 100,000 some views. This is the same exact garage, and it is not finished, and this is sweet. It's awesome. But let's pull the Speed in, and let's start rocking and rolling. So, everything you see on this car, I either did or I physically made for the car. But this roof rack right here, I didn't make a video on it. I actually custom made this based off of like a $20 thing to factory fit this vehicle. These headlights, round 2, guys, on the headlights. I did custom DRL strips inside, no halos this time, but you guys can check that video out. I have it down below, and that hit a lot of people, but that was my first time. Second time around, it came out so much cleaner, came out so much better, and I did it with a heat gun compared to an oven. But this is the Pride and Joy right here, and I'm just gonna give you a, quick tutorial on how to install an intake on a 2007 up to a 2013 Mazdaspeed 3, if that sounds about right. Comment down below if that's not. I'm not entirely sure about Gen 2, but it's still same concept, same motor. The other one, I believe, is a 2.5, while this is a 2.3, but they're in the same spot, and the intake bolts right on. So, you guys might be thinking, holy shit, that this car is awesome looking. I'm going to personally tell you something. I hate green. But this is more chrome blue green, and it catches the eye. And at my point in life, it's all about my business reflecting and shining. My partner's car, actually on that wall, is the same green as this car. And that purple right there, I'll show you guys. I have the roll of purple. We're wrapping his car purple chrome by KPMF, which is super sweet, and you guys get to watch a video on that. But we're going to start off by popping the hood. Super simple. One click. I'm telling you, this intake is like super easy to put in. Pop the hood. Look at that. Yeah, you're like, no shroud. There's only one reason. Because this is actually a CX-7 motor, and this is a CX-7 intercooler. And this sits on top of it in a weird way, and the hoods are different on the CX-7. And it actually rubs and hits through this. And hits this. That's why there's no shroud on here. And that's why my OEM one's not on there, really, because it actually broke on me. I'm super sad about that. But let's get back let's get under the engine bay so that you guys can see what I gotta do and what kind of steps you gotta take to put the intake in. Alrighty, guys, so this is your air box, your stock air box, and we're actually going to show you how to take it apart here. So you want to get a couple tools. All you want to get honestly is a screwdriver and some kind of pick tool, because it's mainly going to be your blown arm force to get that out. So as you guys can see here, I got a Phillips and I also got a flathead. Now it's going to take some wiggling, it's going to take some moving. Don't be alarmed. You may break things. That's just sometimes happens. So what you're going to do, first of all, is you're going to take this right here, and that's your mass airflow sensor. You want to stick that on the side there. And now you're going to take your Phillips screwdriver, or you can take I believe it's a 10 mil to loosen this, and I'm actually going to do that instead of using the screwdriver. Huge shout out to my girlfriend for getting me the best gift on earth, and this thing rocks. I don't know how much she spent on it, but this thing rocks, and I literally took most of my motor apart with this little tiny socket set. So now we just gotta find a 10, and that's our lovely 10. In the wrong spot, of course. Close this sucker up, take him out here. Alright guys, so you got your lovely trusty 10 mil here. You still need a screwdriver, don't get me wrong. You're gonna need it for the Mazda sensor. So now loosen this bad boy up. Okay, so that's your first clamp. Now that it's nice and loose, what you want to do is watch, don't bump your head. Pop these clips back, and that guy should slide right off there. Nice and simple. And then while you're at it, you can clean your mass airflow sensor as well if you'd like. I cleaned mine, I want to say about 3,000 miles ago, so I'm not too worried about it. Now, this bottom part right here, seriously, just put your purse down and you want to grab it. Pull. Bam. Pops right out. Now, this right here, if you guys ever want to go back to your stock air box, keep the filter. You can clean it. You can get a new one. They're a couple bucks. They sell them at Walmart. You don't need any special one. If you want a washable one from K&N, you can. But, you know, and I always say, never get rid of your OEM parts because you never know what's going to happen. So, now we're just going to take this guy apart, disconnect the hoses, and we're ready to roll. So, let's continue on and do this. Alrighty guys, so now this part right here may be a little bit tricky. You just have to get this out, and I usually use my fingers to squeeze these clips. If you squeeze them so far, they actually will click together, and then it's easier for to pull out. That's kind of funny, but and you can even, if you want, I believe you're not going to be using this after this. I don't actually know. I'll take a peek, but I'm going to grab a pair of pliers just because that's pretty much what you guys would have. The purse down again, but that's all it takes. 1, 2, 3, click. Okay, so now we have one more part. Because I'm not doing the inlet pipe, I'm not getting that till Christmas. I hope I'm getting it for Christmas, but what you're going to do here is take your 10 mil again, get it in there, start loosening, and if you have to, get a swivel, or you can just take this guy, shorten it down, and start unloosening. And I might actually have to get the smaller bit. So guys, this is what I want to say to you guys. Mazda forms are the best. And shout out to the guy, I don't know his name, I don't really remember it, I was trying to buy an intake, but join the Mazdaspeed forums because you get incredible deals. This intake right here, he actually gave me the Cobb license plate, he gave me the original stickers, the original box, the Cobb adapter, Cobb filter, and now this is going to be your intake pipe. So I got all of this for a whopping 75 bucks shipped, which is sweet because this whole thing, yeah, it's a little dirty. Who the hell cares? It still runs. It's perfect. I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to wash it out. I'm going to do my thing. Filter's brand new. This needs a little love and cleaning, but in the end result, I got this for 75 bucks. This usually runs for like 225 for this intake, anywhere from 180 to 225. So that's pretty sweet. I thought I was gonna get Cork Sport stuff, but I actually got Cobb stuff. So let's get this intake on there. It's pretty sweet. I have a license plate to throw on now, which I probably won't rock it because I got a HAZLETINTS one going on there, but maybe I'll do Cobb with HAZLETINTS on the top of it. Rock both. But let's go install this. It may look very confusing. It's really not if you got an understanding of this, but here's your inlet pipe right here. It took us a couple minutes, if that, to take this off. So I'm going to clean this up a little bit, and then I'm going to throw it on just because I can feel that there's still some oil and grease and everything on it. I want to spray the inside out. I don't want any old gunk going into my intake. So we're going to spray this with just some soap and water, take a towel, slide it in and out through, and yeah, this thing's awesome. So let's go clean this up first. So all I had to do is wiggle this little guy out. When you get your inlet pipe, you just reinsert this and it slides back in. So the reason we had to do this is because it has to slide over our OEM one until we can get it. So I just slid that out. No damage done to it. If you have to pry it out with a little bit of force, be my guest. This thing slid out nice and easy. And when you go to put it back in, oil it up just a little bit so then it's easier if you have to take it out again. So we're gonna screw this on, get this a little tight so it's not wobbling everywhere, and we can adjust it to move it where we need it to, just so that we have access to it. So we're gonna slide it in. We'll take that on off just so it doesn't fall. Last part to install. And what's awesome about this is when you put it in, let me get it in there first, and actually let me grab this clip. Throw that in. So when you actually put this in, there's actually two clips over here, or two bolts that are over here. And I'll show you down in the engine bay where I'm gonna unloosen these. And this is just a bracket to support it up. But it's pretty sweet that they included that. So, the best part, the last part to this intake is to slide this guy on. And this filter, he actually oiled up for me, which is another thank you. Now the most exciting part of all, and you got to be very, very careful about this, guys. Do not touch this with your hand, because these are very, very delicate, and this can mess up a lot of stuff. So, 2 screws, and if you want to clean it, I cleaned it, and I'll tell you it was easy and was not hard to clean at all. Just be very, very careful with this. Line right up for you right there. And you might actually not need these screws. Let me check the box. I think I got some extra screws. Moment of truth, guys. Moment of truth. Alright guys, so the intake is installed and I did do my tune. I'm already stage 1, so I didn't have to reflash it. The check engine light did come on because we were messing with it with the battery, not disconnected. But everything ran through, everything's clear, everything's running good. We're about to go take it for a driving test out and see if we can hear any different noises from the intake. Because I don't have my inlet pipe yet, we might not hear like the swishy that you want, but I want to see what it sounds like without that and just the stock one. Definitely better throttle response on second gear, and it has a cool like little whistling noise at the beginning. Hear it? Torque steer, baby. Sounds actually really good. I'm gonna roll down the windows a little bit just throughout the video. I don't know how it's gonna sound, but I want to see if we can get some outside video. This is the end of our video here. Now just scroll down, go to show more, and you guys can see my visionary detailing, HAZLETINTS, and you guys can get your own merch too. But going to HAZLETINTS.com, you can scroll down. We have all the LED kits, any kind of JDM stuff, shark fins, tow hooks. You guys can get it right through our website. Peace out, guys.